Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we help you understand the secret language of corporations. And let me tell you today, involves a pretty big shakeup, a merger that means one company disappears and another one takes its place like a corporate shapeshifter. So imagine this Penns Woods BANCORP Inc. That's our focus today. They seem to have gotten married to another company called Northwest Bancshares Inc. Everything you're about to hear is about the big announcement that this merger is a done deal. This report is like the official wedding announcement, but for business. It's announcing that on July 24, 2025, Penns Woods BANCORP and Northwest Bancshares officially tied the knot in a merger. Basically, Penns Woods BANCORP is no longer a standalone company, it's now part of Northwest Bancshares. Let's break down what that actually means. Penns Woods BANCORP merged into Northwest Bancshares. Northwest is the one that survived and kept its name. Think of it like this. Penns Woods was absorbed by Northwest like a smaller fish getting eaten by a bigger one. And it's not just the parent company that merged. Penns Woods had two main bank subsidiaries, Jersey Shore State Bank and Luzerne Bank. These also merged into Northwest's bank. So all the banking operations are now under one roof under the Northwest Bank name. Now for the people who owned Penns Woods BANCORP stock. What happened to them? Well, for every share of Penns Woods stock they owned, they got 238.5 shares of Northwest Bancshares stock. It's like they traded their old company shares for new ones in the new combined company. If anyone was supposed to get a tiny fraction of a share, they got cash instead. And what about those who had stock options in Penns Woods? Those options got a special treatment. They all became fully available to use right before the merger. Then these options were converted into cash. The cash amount was calculated based on the average stock price of Northwest over 5 days multiplied by that 238.5 exchange rate. And then they subtracted the original price you would have paid for the Penns Woods option. Essentially, they cashed out their potential gains. So how much was this whole deal worth? In terms of shares, it was about 20.6 million shares of Northwest stock being given out to Penns Woods shareholders and to the Northwest family. Because this merger is complete, Penns Woods BANCORP stock is going to stop being traded on the NASDAQ. They asked NASDAQ to take its stock off the exchange. So if you are holding Penns Woods stock, you won't be able to trade it on NASDAQ anymore. The company is trying to get rid of all its separate reporting requirements with the SEC as well, because, well, it doesn't really exist on its own anymore. Remember those Penns Woods shareholders? Their rights as Penns Woods shareholders essentially ended when the merger happened. They gave up their Penns Woods stock rights, and in return they got the right to receive that Northwest stock or cash, as we talked about. This item confirms what we've been saying. There's been a big change in control. Penns Woods BANCORP is now under the control of Northwest Bancshares because it's been merged into it. What about the leadership? As soon as the merger was finalized, the directors and top officers of Penns Woods stepped down from their roles at Penns Woods and its former banks. However, there's a bit of a twist. Richard A. Grafmeyer, who was the chief executive officer of Penns Woods, has been appointed to the board of directors at Northwest. This is a common move in mergers to bring some experience from the acquired company into the new leadership structure, though it's subject to Northwest to Wiswell checks and balances for new directors. With the merger, the original documents that set up Penns Woods BANCORP as a company are no longer in effect. The rules and regulations that govern Northwest Bancshares are now the ones that apply. Essentially, the charter and bylaws of Northwest are the governing documents for the combined entity. Now let's talk about the actual deal documents. Exhibit 2.1 is the main marriage contract, the agreement and plan of merger. This document laid out all the terms and conditions of the deal. It's pretty detailed, of course, but it's the legal backbone of this whole merger. This report also references other exhibits like Northwest's Articles of Incorporation and Bylaws, which are now the operating rules for the whole combined company. And finally, Exhibit 104 is the cover page interactive data file. This is a bit more technical. It's a file formatted in a special way so that computers can read and process the information on the first page of the report much more easily and accurately. It's like giving the data a universal translator for machines. Now, looking at this merger from a broader perspective, this isn't just about two companies. Combining, it's about what this means for their customers, their employees, and their competition. Northwest Bancshares is the survivor here, and absorbing Penns Woods means they likely see strategic advantages, perhaps in market reach or customer base. The fact that Richard Grafmeyer is joining the Northwest board suggests that Penns Woods had valuable insights or assets that Northwest wanted to keep close. However, mergers also come with risks. Integrating two companies company's culture, systems, and employees is a massive undertaking and can often lead to disruptions. Customers might see changes in service or product offerings. Employees might face uncertainty about their role, insights, or assets that Northwest wanted to keep close. However, mergers also come with risks. Integrating two companies' culture, systems, and employees is a massive undertaking and can often lead to disruptions. Customers might see changes in service or product offerings. Employees might face uncertainty about their roles. From a financial perspective, the 26 million shares exchange represents a significant dilution for existing Northwest. Alright, that's our breakdown of Penswood's BANCORP's merger completion. What's your take on this corporate wedding and what it means for the banking landscape? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this explanation helped you understand what's going on, hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Don't forget to join our Discord server linked in the description for more discussions and direct access to our analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Decode.